Hey, Mark Henry here. Yeah, apparently a lot of people have heard the announcement. We've gotten into past technology and roughly how they work, and the ones that I was the concept individual behind. True. Now we'll get into ones that will come into play in the future that are being developed as we speak. First, new system of flight. Everyone wants to know, okay, what is it? It's a gyroscopic engine that uses room temperature superconductors my glasses are ticking me off. Room temperature superconductors to accelerate the gyroscope to a high speed, and it produces a semi-magnetosphere. You can't have two magnetospheres in the same orbit, not even a semi-magnetosphere. They repel just right apart fast. So basically, you strap the engine into a vehicle and turn it on and get it going really fast, and it shoots out of Earth's orbit. It works off universal principles, principles of the universe. They govern the universe instead of just a simplistic form of flight based on air pressure. I'm still snickering because we'll shoot out of there about 20,000 miles per hour that fast. It will expel, that's what I was looking for, expel it out of the orbit it's in, outside the orbit. Once you get into space, speed's a constant. If you're going 20,000 miles per hour, or 10,000 miles per hour, if you're going 10,000 miles per hour, once you get out into space, you're going to continue going 10,000 miles per hour the whole time, because space is a vacuum. That's why. The next item to discuss is I came up with the concept. Yes, I was the concept individual behind Moab. I was about 13 and a half, close to 14 when I came up with that concept and mailed it. We didn't have email then. Mailed it to the government. And acquainted the family that we knew. But given the principle, recently I came up with the idea of a nuclear missile or bomb. My glasses knocked loose an eyelash. But with two cells, like this. Two cells. The traditional cell of which I modified, the government knows, by putting, it would be uranium, weapons grade, which is enriched, with, I'm gonna stand with my hand up, with iron lithium, which surrounds it and makes it more it gives it a bigger blast, is what I'm trying to say. The concept of a second cell, which we're working on, is the second cell would be something similar to uranium that once enriched and the two cells combine, it makes it very unstable, and then you get a whole bunch of atoms cracking open. And that's what happens in a nuclear blast, is atoms are cracked open. But we have to be careful. We have to be very, very careful doing this, because then you get into propulsion. Not space propulsion, but propulsion of ships. And you need it so the two cells kept apart are semi-stable, mostly stable. Let's go with mostly stable. Then when they're together, you get a massive reaction between the two. and you can use that in, you get aircraft carriers using nuclear power, submarines using nuclear power. Everyone knows about a nuclear sub. And that's why. It's not just technology being used to create bombs and missiles. The same technology can easily go into fueling, and better fueling is the correct term, ships. Which is true. Yeah, I came up with the two-cell system. Trying to build a better. I was asked to. That's it. That roughly explains the two concepts and what I'm working on. The system of flight, we've got to work on getting it so that it could potentially be used in aircraft, not just in an upright position where it would greatly reduce lift. It would lift the plane, but also greatly reduce lift and drag, so to speak, drag and friction. Corrected to drag and friction. It would greatly reduce friction on the aircraft. But we need better than that. We need that engine to drive it in a forward motion. And so I spent my morning is, what can we do to get that accomplished? Will it work? And it's, I don't know, 50-50. It might work. Enough said. That's it. Everyone wonders what I do with my day. It's not all music. It's not all coming up with an idea for a film. It's not all brokerage. Sometimes it's science and scientific principles that it's hard for most to understand. But that's why I'm so smart, is because I can understand. And do. Yes, I'm still a SEAL. I do the grunt stuff. Infantry. I do the infantry stuff. And that's a little bit about me and what I work on, and more importantly, technologies that are coming into focus that weren't there before. And I was a concept individual behind, and I'm bringing into focus. This is Mark Uniday signing off. Thanks, bye.